Good afternoon, everyone. Each year, the president of the university is invited by the Faculty Senate of Florida State University to speak on the state of the university. In his first full year as president, Dr. McCullough's leadership has been very well received by the faculty. We've been pleased with his commitment to faculty concerns, his willingness to engage with the faculty in shared governance, which we treasure as faculty, and his strong efforts in increasing the quality and stature of our university. I'd like to welcome the members of the President's Cabinet who has joined us today, as well as the distinguished faculty who are present, and of course, welcome to all of those who are joining us remotely. And now, please welcome the 16th President of Florida State University, Dr. Richard McCullough.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all, and thank you so much for coming out in this rainy afternoon to hear the state of the university. The state of Florida University is very strong, and I'm happy to report that to you today. I thank so many people for the help that you provided to me and the support that you all have put in with long hours and all the great things that you do for this university. It's collective work that leads to the great things that we've accomplished over the last year. Professor Chicken, thank you for the introduction. Appreciate your leadership on the Florida Board of Trustees and your leadership as the president of the Faculty Senate, so thank you for that. I'd like to start by recognizing my wonderful wife, Dr. Jay Vardakar. She is an outstanding partner for me, guides me in so many different ways. She's an exceptional First Lady. She loves Florida State University, and she does an amazing job at promoting the university and to the community and our constituencies around the state and the nation. She's an essential part of our success and of my success, and you're lucky to have her. I'd like to thank the Florida State University Board of Trustees Chairman Peter Collins. Peter, like me, has extremely high aspirations for Florida State University, and he dedicates a tremendous amount of time to advancing this university that we love so much. I think Michael and I spent a couple of hours on the phone with him yesterday. That's just a small example of the time he spent yesterday on Florida State University. There may be no better Noel, so thank you, Peter, for all you do for this university. The entire Board of Trustees, in fact, is made up of people who love Florida State University and are working so hard to take this university to the pinnacle of excellence. I appreciate their leadership, guidance, support, and everything that they do for Florida State University. Without their support and guidance and wisdom, I think we would be in a much worse place. I would like to recognize one Board of Trustee member, Nimna Gabadash, who's the president of the student body here, and also the chair of the Florida Student Association, representing students across the entire state, and also as a Board of Governors representative. Nimna has been a great partner and really a tremendous leader, and I thank him for all the things he does for this university as a volunteer. I want to thank the deans. We have amazing deans who spend so much time working so hard for this university, and my senior leadership team and all of my team for everything that they do every day. Every day they work so hard to make sure that this university runs, operates, and that are really driving this university to the next level. And I appreciate everything that they do on behalf of our university. And finally, I'd like to thank the Faculty Senate for inviting me here today and College of Medicine for hosting us. It's my second time today in the College of Medicine. It's always nice to come to this beautiful building. And I appreciate the people that are here with us virtually. Thank you for joining. It's an honor and a privilege to deliver this second State of the University address. So I'd like to start by taking a look at a few of the highlights that we've had over the past year, and so for that we will go to the videotape.
2019 today, our goal is to continue to rise. We're doing everything that we can to make sure that we're excellent and outstanding in every single thing that we do, and that we compete at the highest levels with the best universities in the world.
Thank you to the video team for producing that. From the video, you can see we accomplished a lot last year, and it was an incredible transition year for us. It really speaks to the tenacity of this university and the drive and determination of the students, staff, alumni, and faculty. When I came here and delivered the first State of the Union about 5 months ago, I was new, but really bolstered by the incredible foundation that I found at this university. And from that foundation, knew immediately that we could cast a bold vision for the future of this Florida State University. So today, I'm pleased to share with you the remarkable progress that we've had on these goals. Many of you, of what you've seen in the videotape, but I'll go into some of those in a little bit more detail. I can tell you now, after being here for 15 months, I come before you with supreme optimism about the ability of Florida State to move to even greater heights. We're already ahead of the game. At a time when universities across the nation are struggling with their budgets, cuts from state support, declining enrollments and applications to their university, we're seeing record numbers of applications to our university and greater investments from the state, from public and private sector supporters. More than ever are we seeing a great support of this university. The financial resources of this university are incredibly strong with the support that we receive from so many people across this great university. I think it's very clear that our time is now. This is our time, and we will lead this university into the future with optimism and the ability to rise up and be even better than we are now. Earlier this month, I outlined 9 goals to the Board of Trustees that define my objectives for Florida University, and I want to discuss those with you today. Goal number 1 was to build a leadership team. When I arrived, I immediately embarked on building a leadership team and establishing an organizational structure and focusing on alignment across the whole university, from our direct support organizations to athletics to boosters to all of our colleges and the central administration, for all of us to work together to align toward a common purpose and a common goal. My first hire was Chief of Staff Marissa Langston, and I think that was a pretty good start, and very much enjoyed working with you, Marissa. I followed that with the appointment of Jim Clark as our Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, and followed that with the appointment of Michael Offord, Vice President and Director of Athletics. That was all done in the fall semester. So that's how rapidly we move to make changes and build our team. We followed that with hiring our new Vice President for Research, Stacy Patterson, from University of Tennessee, and Vice President of University of Advancement, Marla Vickers. Where are you? There you go. From Emory. After very competitive national searches, they bring incredible experience, incredible enthusiasm, and I'm so happy they're here, and it's going to be wonderful working with them. It's already been wonderful working with them. We'll round out our senior leadership team with the hiring of a Chief Marketing Officer. This is a new position that will help us at Florida State by better telling our story to national audiences. We expect to have an offer out to somebody probably before the new year. We also hired fantastic new Dean of Engineering, Dean Day. Dean Day has goals probably more ambitious than my own, and we are so happy to have him here, and we expect great things from our new Dean of Engineering and our amazing joint college with FAMU. In the coming days, you'll be hearing about the appointment of a new dean for the College of Medicine. Stay tuned. We're very close to making that appointment. Goal 2 is excellence in research and education, which directly affects our rankings. As universities strive to be amazing and great in research and build up their research portfolio, make changes and make impact on the world in research, and produce world-class education and amazing student success, no matter where you come from, those lead to a rise in the rankings. The rankings take care of themselves by being excellent in every way. Our overarching goal, as you've heard me say many times, is for us to be one of the top 15 public universities and be prepared to enter the AAU, the Association for American Universities. We're making progress on all these fronts, and I'm happy to report today that the progress here is excellent. As you know, we reaffirmed our place as the 19th best university for the 4th year in a row. This is very important in academics. Academics are slow to change. Academics get in their mind what universities are great, and they have a hard time getting away from it. In 1926, the list of the top 50 companies in the United States was published. And if you look at that list today, there are literally only 3 companies that are still on that list from the 1920s. If you look at that same list for universities, the top 50, and you look at that list in 1926 and you look at it today, you'll see that probably 90% of the universities on that list are still on that list and roughly the same ranking that they had. So it's very hard to affect change. Florida State University is making a difference from 44 to 19 in 6 years and looking forward to rising up even more. We're making a difference in a very difficult environment. We were also ranked number 8, providing a quality education for an affordable price, and one of the best value colleges, and we're the best in the state of Florida. Many people talk about access to universities, but we have the cheapest tuition in the entire United States, and a quality of ours with the cheapest tuition. That is one of the reasons that we are getting 80,000 applications to this university. People want to go here because it's affordable, they can access it, and it's excellent. And when they come, they have an 84% chance of graduation. Our graduation rate is 84% with a freshman retention rate of 95%. And we continue to be the best in the country. We placed 18 last year among all public universities in these metrics, rising 6 places from last year. We continue to get better because of hard work, optimism, and one of the most important things is strategic investments. We look at every category of this university and dig down deep. And I don't want to say this immodestly, but I am an absolute expert in academics, and I know what to look for. And I have colleagues here that know what to look for. And together we know what levers to pull and where to make investments that make a difference at this university. And that's what we do. We meet together practically monthly to go through the gory details of all the metrics and exactly what needs to be done. And with a collective vision, the brains in that room, we are making the investments that move the needle and give the best return on investment for this university. This year, our student indebtedness is down, our faculty compensation is up, our student test scores are up, the quality of the students are up, and our competitiveness on a national scale is rising. We're proud of these points, but access and affordability and student success, those are hallmarks of great university, and there we kill it. This access is incredibly important and personal to me. Almost 25% of our students are first-generation students at this university, and a quarter of FSU students receive federal Pell Grants. These great accomplishments are catching national attention. Just a few weeks ago, Niche, Now, if you don't know niche, it's probably because you're not very young. Niche is really the online Princeton review of our day. Niche is a place where young people go to find out about universities in the same way that we used to go to the library and get a big Princeton review and start looking through stuff. All this is done online. Niche just ranked its best colleges, and Florida State University ranked 13. 13. What's so cool about this ranking is that the data in the ranking comes from the U.S. Department of Education. It's not self-reported. It comes from the Department of Education. And in addition, it comes from reviews and surveys of students and alumni on academics, admission, finances, and student life about how people feel about the university, plus the hard statistics. So we're very proud of this great success. Next category, student success. I've talked a lot about this already. 80,000 applications, 6,000 spots. The most first-year student applications in the state university system in Florida. You might imagine that this year's class was the most academically gifted that we've seen in the history of the university. Graduate applications are up almost 25% at the university. We're hitting it on all marks. We're also investing in the resources and the infrastructure that we need to have a great university. Our brand new student union is a transformative space. If you haven't been there, it's absolutely beautiful in every possible way. It's a community-driven centerpiece for this university, and we're so proud of the people that spent so much time working on it. Our Center for Academic Retention and Enhancement, or CARE program, is a national model for recruitment, retention, and academic excellence for students who are first in their families to go to college and are from backgrounds traditionally underrepresented in higher education. Our Conquer program is one that supports students that come from foster care, often homeless. These students graduate at the same rate of all the students at this university, and it's really quite remarkable. This year, we provided additional resources for these programs to launch new programs. One is the Quest Scholars Program for economically disadvantaged students, and the FGen Knowles Living Community for first-year and first-generation students. We've also provided resources to double the number of honors students from 400 to 800 at the university. We've raised over $15 million to support our Presidential Scholars Program, our FSU's premier undergraduate scholarship program, and we're looking to double that program to 60 per class. If you think about it, these are the kinds of things that we provide for leadership in this university. If you look at the Presidential Scholars Program, it's 30 students in the Presidential Scholars Program. With our low tuition, it's a no-brainer to double the size of our Presidential Scholars Program. 30 more students times the tuition that we have at this university, it's in the noise of a $2.5 billion budget. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to continue to do to increase that. And at the same time, we're going to do that with trying to make sure that we have a diverse university. We continue to take great strides and are very close to becoming a Hispanic-serving university with 24% Hispanics, where 25 will get to that mark. We continue to be challenged, though, with African American Black students, and we're making an effort, making investments to do everything we can to be the most competitive, one of the most competitive universities in the nation in this regard. Our Presidential Scholars Program, we're particularly proud of that. It produces some of the most amazing students that, in the administration, we all know and we know them extremely well because they're often the ones that we bring to all of the events and have them speak because they're just so absolutely remarkable in every possible way. They're high-achieving students, they're change makers and leaders of tomorrow. One example would be Brill Hunter. If you know Brill Hunter, he's a senior environmental science and policy major. Brill received the 2022 Truman Scholar Award, one of the most coveted undergraduate awards in the country. And then I have a list under that of another half a page of all the awards that Abril has won. So she's really quite remarkable. She has a passion for the environment, and will go on to graduate school and will be a proud representative of Florida State University. She's just one example. There's so many of them. They're so remarkable in every way. So we will continue to support those programs in the strongest possible way. Research. We are working hard to expand our research portfolio and our research funding. It takes a while to do that. It takes a while. The first thing we need to do is continue to hire research active faculty and expect at this university that those who are doing the best jobs are also the ones that are bringing research funding into the university. We have a great foundation to build upon. We have a great new vice president for research, Stacy Patterson. She's been doing an amazing job of assessing our research portfolio in her first weeks here. I know that she's done such a fantastic job assessing the research landscape at Florida State University, because she gave me a presentation the other day of about 50 slides on the assessment of the university. And when she was done, I said, oh, let me show you my assessment of the research portfolio I gave to the board at the board retreat, which was practically identical. Well, it was about 90% of what she had identified, but it was pretty close to the good job that she did. So I'm really excited for the things that she's going to do here in helping us to do that. She won't do it alone. The faculty are the ones that have to do it, but she can help the university and me and Jim and others build these strategic, the deans build these strategic initiatives that will make a difference as we go and seek out more funding. We're not doing bad. We're 330 million, close to that, in research expenditures, and we expect that total will rise probably slightly this year. We're not only, if you look at the statistics, we're doing very well in competing and our hit rates on proposals, but one of the things that we notice is that the size of the proposals that we're winning on has grown 43% over the last year, and so I want to highlight a few of those awards. The Florida Center for Reading Research, led by Nicole Patton-Terry, is one of our wonderful faculty members, received a $27 million grant to operate a regional education laboratory in southeastern United States. Michael Koffler, the founder and director of research services for FSU's Children's Learning Clinic, was awarded $9 million by the National Institutes of Mental Health to develop new treatments for pediatric ADHD. Sylvie Nard, director of the Center for Translation and Behavioral Science, professor in the College of Medicine, received a $4.9 million grant from the National Institutes of Mental Health to seek ways to reduce HIV infections among adults. Our faculty are also being recognized with awards, but we need to do a better job at promoting our faculty to win those awards and being nominated to these elite societies like the National Academy. We have many examples. We have amazing faculty. They've already done everything that they have to do to get into these learned societies and win awards, but we need to become more organized, and we promise to do more of that. A great example of one of our faculty has done a great job in winning awards has been Lawton Distinguished Professor Jawole Willa Jozaler, who received the Dorothy and Lillian Gish Prize, one of the most prestigious awards in the American arts. She received her award for groundbreaking work as a dancer and choreographer and her contributions for social change. She also, you may have recognized her name, she won last year the MacArthur Genius Award and is named a MacArthur Fellow. So very proud of the work that she's done. In my department, chemistry, Igor Alubikin, sorry, Igor, a distinguished research professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, was selected by the Florida chapter of American Chemical Society to receive the 2022 Florida Award in recognition for his contributions to the chemistry field. He has been working on how to control molecular structure, reactivity, and has done some very impressive work in this field. Congratulations, Igor. Also in my department, the chemistry department, Assistant Professor Leah Nienhaus last week learned that she will receive the Grammatikis Newman Prize from the Swiss Chemical Society for her work on light matter interactions in superconductors. So very proud of her. This prize is given for promising young scientists and outstanding research in photochemistry, photophysics, and molecular photobiology. I have to say that as we look at the great young faculty that have been brought to this university over the last several years, before my time, the great work of great deans like Dean Huckabee, for example, and the department chairs in bringing in fantastic faculty is really recognized, and we are very fortunate to be part of this great rising tide of great people here. We need to make sure we keep them here and make sure we reward them early and often, and make sure that we do everything we can to give them what they need to be as successful as they can be. The National High Magnetic Field Laboratory, the engineers and technicians there received the prestigious 2022 Research and Development 100 Award for the design and construction of the world's most powerful superconducting magnet. Often referred to as the Oscars of innovation, this award recognizes the team's ingenuity in building this extraordinary piece of technology that will move us forward in understanding so many amazing and complex things in the scientific world, including complex materials and advanced quantum science and engineering. While much of our research budget at this university comes from the National Science Foundation, we are laser focused on going after dollars from the National Institutes of Health. And we will continue to do and build this university in a way so that we can be as competitive as possible for NIH dollars. We started our new FSU Health initiative, which will create opportunities to attract significant NIH funding, building upon the work that came before us by people, for example, Dean Fogarty in the medical college here, and trying to align those relationships to set the stage for FSU Health. We were able to help accelerate that, and by bringing in a transformational $125 million worth of support from the Florida legislature to help us to build an academic health center here in Tallahassee. Not only does this project promise to transform healthcare in this region, but also biomedical research and education, making Tallahassee a healthcare destination. But that is not all. That is not all. We are also looking to do things and build and support healthcare and academic research in the Panhandle, specifically in the Panama City Beach area, together with the St. Joe Company, real estate development company, that's seeing exploding growth in the Panhandle region of this state. People moving from all over the United States. They can't even build the homes fast enough for people. And not retirees, but families coming to live and relocate in this area. And the underserved populations between Panama City and Tallahassee in particular provides a tremendous opportunity for Florida State to move into our backyard and build the kind of research and healthcare delivery for that region. Would I like to do this in year 5? Yes, I would. But the time is now. We have to do it now. We are in the position to do that. We have state support to move into this region, and they are already building a hospital down in that area. So we will do these things. And most importantly, I want to say to the faculty, we will do these things that will help the Florida State main campus and the mothership. These are not things that will just be outlying posts that will be alone and pillars of excellence, but not being connected to the university. That's very important when we build these things. I've been around a long time. I've seen universities build international programs, for example, that provide no benefit, little benefit to the university. And I was always not a supporter of those kinds of programs. So I promise to you that this will be what we will do at this university. We can play a huge role to help people by helping to create a vibrant healthcare delivery system and play a big role in that region. I was struck, for example, by picture that Carolyn Egan sent to me from Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. Is a picture of a van, and in this van, 15 women come from Calhoun County, drive an hour and a half in this van, and they go in and receive cancer therapy, radiation, fusion treatment. When everyone's done, they get back in the van, and they travel an hour and a half back to Calhoun County every day. That is the kind of thing that we can help with the power of Florida State University. We traveled there to Pensacola and Panama City, First Lady, Provost Clark, Vice President Patterson, Dean Day, and Clay, Ingram, Marissa, Langston. It says and others, so I thought I would name you Clay. If that's okay. And we met with a range of professionals, entrepreneurs, researchers, and development from private industry and government organizations. We visited Tyndall Air Force Base. We met with people from the Naval Warfare Center. We were in Pensacola visiting the IHMC, which is a world-class robotics institute that we want to have strong collaborations with. We met with St. Joe Company. We saw the sites where they're building the hospitals. We met with Triumph Gulf Coast, the people that have money from the Horizon accident that are funding and building that area. We met with political leadership, from local to state representatives, senators, and others that make a difference. We visited our Panama City campus and had a big fundraiser there and met the most incredible entrepreneurial students that you would ever meet. That area is special, and we are very interested to see what we can do in that area, from aerospace to robotics, quality of life, healthcare technologies, to healthcare and academic clinical research in that area, biomedical research. We're very excited about that area, but we see it as an opportunity for us to garner resources that will help us move into that area without taking away from the core resources that we have at this university, but we can augment them and make a difference and make us more competitive in so many areas. To be great in research and to be a world-leading university, we need to continue to grow our faculty. This year, we hired 150 faculty members, and about 90 of them are tenure-track faculty members. And as we hire more and more people into the faculty ranks, then each one of these will do exciting, groundbreaking research and bring in more research dollars into our university, which makes a tremendous impact on our university and the region. I'm committed to continue to build the faculty ranks and make faculty support a priority in our administration. And I want to hear from all of the faculty to tell me what you need. Tell the provost, tell the deans what you need. And we have the resources to make sure that we build the infrastructure that you need to take us to the next level. We're also interested in hiring senior level faculty. In fact, those that might be in the national academies already are poised to go there. As we seek AAU preparedness, that's one of the areas that we need to build upon. If you look at AAU, you need, there's sort of 4 metrics that you need to be considered to be in the AAU, 4 or 5, okay? One is the number of research dollars and research expenditures. We should be about $500 million. They look for innovation and entrepreneurship. We will continue to build that, and I'll talk about that in a second. They look for awards to your faculty and academy members on your faculty. They look for the number of postdocs and graduate students that you have at the university. With a rising faculty bringing in more research dollars, the number of graduate students and postdocs will naturally increase. So we'll take care of that. And as we continue to have great faculty win awards, we're going to get there. All of this is going to work itself out. But we can be intentional on filling in some of the holes that we already have. We did some of this last year, Sylvia was a part of this. Dean Wong, help us to bring in two amazingly notable hires, Dr. Lisa Hightow-Weidman and Dr. Catherine Messick. These are two eminent researchers in the digital health field that joined the College of Nursing from University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. They were attracted to Florida State University, they told me when I met them, by the amazing family and welcoming nature that we have at this university. They could not have felt more wonderful. Our reputation in this area preceded us, and they knew what a wonderful place it was. We don't even have the infrastructure that they actually need at this university, but we're willing to take a chance that we would provide it to them. That growing national reputation in health and clinical research efforts is starting to make a difference. They bring with them a record $100 million in new funding from the NIH with them, including over a $70 million grant that they got from the NIH, which it will come in to Florida State University. That's the kind of aggressive hiring that we need to be doing at this university, in addition to supporting the people that are already here. They wasted no time. They've already created an Institute for Digital Health and Innovation that I know that all of you will be interested in being a part of. But I also want to come back to the point that supporting the faculty that we have is really, really important. It's important that we recognize, reward, and retain the excellent faculty and staff that we have. We want to make sure that if you've been here and you're doing a great job, whatever's happened in the past, there's a new sheriff in town, and we're going to take care of you, okay? So we want to make sure that you're rewarded. We're going to do that with salary. We're going to do it with ways to make sure that you don't leave this great university. We know you love it here, but we want you to hang on while we provide the support that you need to take yourself to even greater heights and be the great colleague that you already are. One evidence is this: we had the most significant salary increase for faculty and staff in the history of the university this year. And be assured that we're not done yet. We will continue to make these investments because the faculty are the core of what makes a great university great. People come to great universities because of the reputation provided by the faculty, and that's where the rankings essentially come from at the end of the day. And then graduate students are attracted to that, and the rankings go up, and undergraduates are attracted to that rankings and cost. It's a very simple formula, but it starts with faculty. Great staff come to this university because you're great and you have great faculty. So we will continue to make sure that investing in faculty and staff is a top priority for my administration. Entrepreneurship. We're working on building an entrepreneurial ecosystem here. We've already gotten off to a great start. I found out 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, okay? This is incredible to me. I asked Susan Fiorito, Dean Fiorito, I said, I saw her. Oh, there she is. I called her up and I said, how many student startups do we have at this university every year? And she said, about 100. And I was like, excuse me, 100? 100 is an amazing number of student startups. But the great work of our entrepreneurial college, our College of Entrepreneurship, the Jim Moran College of Entrepreneurship, the great entrepreneurial efforts that we have across campus and other areas has made a difference in our students. We already have an entrepreneurial culture here. It's mainly with the students, though, and we need to expand that onto our faculty and postdocs. So we will, very close to announcing a new policy where we will have a standard deal for startups, for faculty and postdocs with patented IP. In that standard deal, whether you're a Nobel Prize winner or you're a new assistant professor, you'll get the same standard deal that everybody else did. Well, it cuts out a lot of the negotiation. When you negotiate with your faculty, you lose. You're negotiating with your best asset in the entire university. So look forward to that. I have the final draft, and I read it, Stacy, and I'm ready to talk with you about it. I think that's tomorrow or something. And we will move forward on this announcement. This is important. Our goal is to start and grow as many companies as we can here at Florida State University. It's good for the economy. It's good for our students. It's good for our faculty. We're not about trying to make enormous amounts of money from these companies. We're about creating wealth for our faculty and students. And then they will give back to Florida State University with very large gifts. That is our goal. So that's what we're on to. We have a great way of getting after it. It's good for Tallahassee. We want to keep graduates here in Florida at least for a long time, as long as possible, and help to create jobs. This can be done. I've done it before at other universities before I came here, and it can be easily done here. And we're already off to a good start. Our Jim Moran College of Entrepreneurship, which is the nation's first standalone college, was ranked 19 in the Princeton Review in its nation's undergraduate entrepreneurship programs, and it's 11 among public schools. Remarkable. It's fantastic. So congratulations on your good work. Diversity and inclusion. We continue to expand our overall initiatives to fully committed to having an inclusive environment and inclusive excellence. We are already a warm and thriving environment where everybody can thrive, but we can do more and we can do better to make sure that everyone lives, learns, works, and feels that they're part of the community, included with respect and values, and appreciate their unique talents and contributions. This month, we commemorated the 60th anniversary of integration and paid tribute to those pioneering students who paved the way for this rich culture and diversity and opportunity at this university. Their bravery and strength inspire us to strive to be a more inclusive institution. The publisher of Insight into Diversity magazine was here in Tallahassee in October and recognized FSU as a diversity champion and presented us the Higher Education Diversity Award. It's the 9th consecutive year that we won this award. And the College of Medicine, I congratulate them for the 2022 Health Professions HEAT Award. These awards are great and they're wonderful affirmations of the direction that we're going in, but we have more work to do. Before I came here, President Thrasher started a task force on anti-racism, equity, and inclusion, and that report was finished, and it's been my responsibility to make sure that we implement the recommendations. Among some of the ones that we've implemented have been increased funding to underrepresented faculty hiring and an initiative in the provost's office. So every time there's an opportunity, we jump on it and try to do everything we can to be as aggressive as possible to recruit these great people and great talent. We secured and utilized a national higher education database and networking tool to help us in the recruitment of underrepresented minorities. We've expanded the dean's evaluation process to include accountability measures surrounding recruitment, retention, and promotion of junior and senior faculty from underrepresented backgrounds. I want to thank the Lawton Distinguished Professor of English, Maxine Montgomery, for chairing the task force and implementation task force. Renisha Gibbs for her great leadership. She's Associate Vice President for Human Resources. Michelle Douglas, the Chief Diversity Officers, and other members of the task force for their important work and the important work that they still have to do. We also celebrate our multicultural environment and our ability to reach across the world internationally. Our programs abroad are ranked number 3 in enrollment for study abroad, according to Open Doors report from the Institute of International Education. We're very proud of all of our locations throughout the world and the great opportunities they provide to our students and the cultures and meta-education that they receive by being in these areas. Legislative work. We have bold and audacious goals at this university, and of course, we cannot accomplish them alone. As a public institution, we are uniquely positioned to improve the quality of life of Florida State University and improve the quality of life in the state of Florida. The past legislative session provided FSU with an unprecedented opportunity to do both of those things with groundbreaking initiatives like FSU Health, which will dramatically expand academic and research and healthcare footprint in this region and will make a meaningful contribution to public health. These historic investments, and that's only one of them, in Florida State universities, our state leaders have enhanced the scope and impact of the work and ensured that Florida State will play an integral part in making this the great state that it is. We're taking a very strategic approach in our legislative budget requests and working with the governor's office. We seek funding and operational support that will help us to reach our long-term goals of recognition as one of the top 10 universities in the United States among the publics and seeking membership to the AAU and making Florida, state of Florida, the greatest state in the United States. We've recently hired Matt Ball to serve as Executive Director of Strategy. This is a new position that will help us to create synergy between the mission and guidance provided by our FSU public stakeholders, such as the Board of Governors, Florida Legislature, the Governor, and also help us to tell our story. Why? Why is Florida State so important to the state of Florida? Why? Why are we doing great things for the citizens of Florida? We don't do a good job telling that story. And we have a lot of people at this university who will help us with that. Matt will be one of those that will really help us. Matt's a former chief of staff to 3 speakers of the House, and he's already been an invaluable advisor to me and to the senior leadership of this university. So I welcome him. Fundraising. It's an important goal. We will continue to improve our fundraising efforts, expand our network of alumni friends and donors, and meaningfully connect them to the great university that they love so much. People love this university, but we have a lot of work to do to make sure that we maximize the volunteers in the way that contribute to this university in ways that are helpful to us, but also are meaningful to them. We got off to a good start. Last year, the direct service organizations raised $136.3 million. The FSU Foundation raised almost $100 million in gifts and pledges. It was the highest total in the last 12 years, except for the $100 million gift from the Moran Foundation and Jan Moran. 45% of the foundation dollars we raised last year went into endowment. Endowment is important to be a great university. We have actually a pretty small endowment, and we need to work on that. And those are the dollars that keep the university operating at a high level in perpetuity. We're also pleased that we broke ground on Legacy Hall, the future home of the College of Business. And in October, we were very, very pleased. I would say the business school alums are probably more pleased than we were about putting a shovel in the ground. We are so thankful to the investment of the Florida Legislature and the generosity of our alumni and friends and tremendous donors. We are beginning on exciting times in fundraising, but there's a lot of work to do. Our University Advancement Vice President Marla Vickers is beginning to lay the groundwork for our next comprehensive campaign, and we will be securing gifts for the university's highest and most strategic priorities. I've been through a campaign before. I helped plan it. I helped create the stories, the themes, and it's a lot of work. And so we'll be spending the next year or two working on that and building the staff that we will need to be able to be successful going forward. So thank you for all you're doing and all you're going to do. Alumni giving is particularly important, and we do a lot of great things in alumni relations, but that's an area of particular challenge for us. The provost calls it fun with fractions. The numerator is the denominator is the number of people at the university, the alums, and every time you graduate a whole bunch of people like you do at Florida State University, that denominator goes up. And then the numerator is who donates. okay? And across the nation, people are seeing a decline in people giving money, alumni giving, especially hampered by COVID. And we alone have lost thousands of donors over the last year. So we are redoubling our efforts, and we are dedicated to get 10,000 new undergraduate alumni donors this year by June. It's a very, very aggressive goal, and we need all of your help. If you're an alum, you need to give us $5 or 50 or 50,000 or whatever you see fit. But you need to do that. If you're listening, you're in the audience, you're an alum, please, it's very helpful. It goes into our rankings. You can make a difference in our rankings by giving. And tell your friends, and tell 2 friends, and let them tell 2 friends. We need your help in this metric. It doesn't matter the amount, it's the percentage that's important for us. But it's the beginning of a tangible demonstration of the engagement and support for the university's mission. So we are all over it. Athletics, excellence in athletics. Done. Athletics is important in advancing the mission of the university by keeping our alumni connected, excited, and contributing to our national visibility. It plays a huge role. Michael and I spend a lot of time, him more than me, and are passionate about making sure that we're excellent in every sport. Our motto is we're getting better, and our goal is to win a national championship in every sport at this university. That's the goal. It's audacious. I don't know that it's ever been done, but I think it's a worthy goal, and we're on it. We did a great job, and Michael did a great job hiring 3 new coaches last year. Brooke Wyckoff, a former FSU standout, longtime assistant coach, and she's off to a great start with our women's basketball program. Fantastic human being. So happy to have her on board. We hired Brian Pinsky, who we got from University of Tennessee. He's having tremendous success in leading our defending national championship soccer program, which was very challenging. They went through a major transition as the coach left at the last minute. And so Brian was willing to come in and follow the storied program and come in. And he's taken the team to the Final Four. He's in the College Cup. So Friday, I will travel up to watch the semifinals. Michael and I will go with Jim Curry to cheer him on. So, and Brian's a great guy. Really welcome him to the family. Link Jarrett, former Florida State University player, 2-time National Coach of the Year at Notre Dame, is leading our baseball program, where we couldn't be more excited to have Link here. Another tremendous human being. These are outstanding coaches. They could be anywhere in the United States leading the best programs, but they're here at Florida State because they chose to be Florida State Seminoles. You know, everybody that comes here, they note the family atmosphere, the supportive nature, the competitive spirit that drives us deeper and deeper. We're willing to fight hard, work hard, and to win. You don't find that at all places. So we're very proud. We should be very proud of the culture first, and everything else follows. You and we have that culture here, so we couldn't be more proud of that. I was pretty excited about our football win over the Florida Gators. We beat Miami and Florida, in case you didn't notice. We were 9-3. We're going to a bowl, first time in a long time. And I think Coach Norvell is a good example of the spirit of Florida State University. You know, Coach Norvell loves this place, and he's building a team, this is very important, team with the right culture. He's got the right individuals. He recruits the right individuals. They have the right attitude. They're not about themselves only. They're about the team. They're about Florida State. They're about working hard toward the climb to be better. That hard work and the accountability that he shows in our football program is the same kind of hard work and accountability that we expect on the academic side. And that's what makes you better. When you go from the program that he inherited to where he is today, ranked 13 in the nation not bad. That's the kind of thing that we're looking forward to. So we're really looking forward to the bowl game coming up. Every sport did exceptionally well. Softball, men's outdoor track and field, beach volleyball teams won the conference championship. Our volleyball team did exceptional well. They're in the tournament this year. Trey Cunningham, who I've gotten to know, amazing student athlete, won national titles in hurdles at both the NCAA indoor and outdoor track and field championship. Tremendous human being, great guy, just a perfect example of our student athlete. We're so lucky. If you watch our athletes and the representation that they have at this university, it's really remarkable. And whether it's Mudge's smiling face after catching a deep fly ball to left field, or whether it's Beata Olson scoring a goal, or Jody Brown with a big smile on her face outrunning everybody else on all the other soccer teams, to Jared Verse sacking quarterbacks and striving for excellence, to Jordan Travis avoiding about 15, 20 tackles and scoring a touchdown. Unbelievable. We're very fortunate, and not to leave out any of our other student athletes, but we're very fortunate to be at this great university with exemplars of what it is to be excellent. So I think all that you do in the Boosters Athletic Program, thank you for all of that. I'd like to close by thanking everybody for your support and hard work. I know I've already thanked you. I really appreciate it. I know from student success to faculty achievement, research entrepreneurship, fundraising, relationship building, nurturing an inclusive community, and celebrating our athletic success, we are in relentless pursuit of excellence, and we continue to gain national attention by our efforts. This truly is our time. This truly is our time. And those are not words. It's what we're going to do. Because while other universities are struggling, we're going to accelerate our excellence in this time, in this particular time. We are an academic powerhouse on the rise, and I look forward to the future with confidence and with excitement. Optimism is a powerful thing. And I hope you'll join me in my belief that together we can accomplish all of our goals, no matter how big, how bold, or audacious. We have a lot of work to do, but I promise you that the First Lady and I will work tirelessly to make sure that this is a great university, and even better tomorrow than it is today. Thank you, and go Noles.